All right, what up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Hey, how you guys doing? Come on, camera, get with the program. Get in focus. All right, we are back. This is part 2 of chapter 7, Chasing Bobby Smith. And I already did a weigh-in, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and get right into it. Okay, this is part 2. And this was a long chapter. And I broke it up in different pieces. In the first section, I talked about just really laying out the beginning of the chapter, which was talking specifically about how the segregation or desegregation of schools, how that impacted this little third grader, and then other situations that happened later on in my life. And how it eventually impacted to where I ended up being, homeless in prison and all that other stuff like that. A lot of decisions were impacted by that time in my life. Now, this is talking specifically about when I was in prison. What did I do with that time? This is talking specifically about my daily schedule, because I served 1,241. Let me scoot in a little bit. Okay. I served 1,241 days of prison. And so the question that I asked myself, and this is a question you should ask yourself, what are you doing with your time? So I asked myself, as I look back, I said, what did I do with that time? And I have it laid out in chapter 7, my daily schedule from 5:30 a.m. till 10 p.m. till I went to sleep at night. Everything that I don't have everything that I ate or anything, but as far as my mental preparation, what I was doing with that time to make sure that I was going to be something better by the time that I got out from television. I had a television routine, but as you can see in that schedule, there wasn't a lot of time spent watching television. Because I had these 16, 17 hours a day, and I made sure that I got busy with, what I was doing. All right. So when I got out, I came across these 3 quotes. One of them was from Dr. Eric Thomas. Now, if you hear some noise, I know these people are not working on my neighbor's house this late. All right. But the first one, it says the DNA of your success is in the routine. I pulled that from Dr. Eric Thomas. And this other one from Jim Rohn, who's been around a long time. He said success is easy, and it's easy to do. Because what he's telling you is the steps people can lay out here. Okay, if you want to get to this, you want to lose weight, you want to do this, you do this, 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 and this. Very easy. But what he also said is, so is neglect, and so it's easy not to do. So just as easy as it is to get to be successful, it's also easy for people to neglect it or just not do it. And we already know, just from our lives, seeing other people, and my raw data says that 98% of the people just are not going to do that. All right. So I had, when I was in prison, and this goes back to the regular schedule, I had what was called the 1 box rule. Let me see the way that I have the camera set up. Can I show the box with the room? Okay. Think of it. All right. Look. Okay. You see this? Most people know this is the box where you have paper. When I was in prison, let's step back a little bit. When I was in prison, everything that I owned fit in this box. And I'll explain that a little bit later. I had a television, but the television sat on top of it on the day that I left. But everything that I had with me in prison fit in this 1 box. And I'm going to explain to you why that was and why I made sure I'd adhere to that rule. Okay? When I was moving around from jail to prison, different cells, different cellmates, I saw them accumulating a lot of stuff. So anytime that I got a new cellmate, I could pretty much tell you the minimum amount of time that person has been in the system for the amount of stuff that they accumulate. Boxes of stuff. Okay? And so for me, it was equivalent to a backpack. I said, I don't want to have more than, I should be able to, if they say, hey, Hamilton, you're leaving, you're going somewhere, I told myself, I should be able to pack up all my stuff within an hour. Actually, more than an hour, that's just about 15 minutes. Put everything in the box, boom, I'm gone. Unplug the TV, that would have been the hardest thing I was doing. Just go up there and screw behind and unhook the cable. Yeah, we had cable in prison. We did. I got to keep up with my Sports Illustrated and my Chicago Bulls. I sure did. But the one box rule created urgency. It created discipline. Because I compare that to the homeless mentality, which instead of creating urgency, it was creating lack. It was urgency, but it was under the cloud of lack, of scarcity. And I deemed that, and I wrote about it a little bit in this one, but in other chapters, called The Dilemma of the Poverty Consciousness. And it just permeates a lot of different things. Now, there is some comparison that I want to make, is that I met these two girls traveling to the United States. I met them at the airport. And they just had their backpacks. So I'm gonna get to that in a second. And the movie Up in the Air. Come on, get focused. All right. So again, the one box rule has to do with the homeless mindset. The homeless mindset is connected to the dilemma of the poverty consciousness. That is in connection with the backpack from these two girls and the backpack that George Clooney was carrying around in the movie Up in the Air. Now here's the connection of it. In the mindset of a homeless person, we see this. They are pushing around a cart. And typically, what is that cart? Suitcases and everything. It's piled with stuff. And if you watch them, it is so uncomfortable to push that thing around. I mean, it's awful. And so I make that connection to these two girls that I met at the airport. And they said, oh, we're from Europe. I can't remember what country. And they said, we've just finished school. I can't remember if they had finished high school or if they finished college. But in the course of the conversation, these European countries and cultures, they would encourage their kids after high school or after college to take time off, whether it's the summer or a year, however long. Get out there, live some life. But they only carried a backpack. And what they shared with me is they said, this is it. We're not going to go buying a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to keep our backpack at this size. Very important. One box rule. Okay, that box is very easy. Now, if I accumulate more stuff and I got a second box, now it becomes cumbersome to carry. Now, what if I had a third box? Man, that's going to be hard. I'm going to have to make 2 trips. If I get a third or fourth box, a TV, multiple shoes, and all that other stuff like that, now it becomes very difficult to carry around. Now, and think about those girls. They start out with this one little backpack, and then they stop in LA, they buy some stuff. They go up to San Francisco, they buy some more stuff. Go stop in Seattle. Oh, I got to get another bag. Now you got 2 bags. And you're carrying this all around. So by the end of your trip, if you keep accumulating things and not adding stuff and taking off stuff, by the end of your trip, you are going to have way too much stuff. And now your trip is not going to be as enjoyable. And think about it. You're homeless. You're already struggling. So that's the mindset of lack and scarcity that a homeless person has, because they're running around here thinking, ooh, I might just need that at a whatever time that might be. You're homeless. So they're just grabbing stuff. And I am of the mindset that a homeless person believes that the more that I have piled on my cart, as I come across another homeless person, I got more garbage than you. That's what I tend to think. Because if they're walking past somebody like myself who's free, I've been out there as a homeless person, but I'm now free. And I'm looking, I just go, man, that's difficult. Carrying all that crap all over the place. That can't be fun. So you understand? That's where my mindset was, is that I did not want to feel that I was getting so comfortable in this system that I was accumulating all these other things. I wanted to look at my life very efficient. That's why I set my schedule, and that's why I said, if I have more stuff than can fit in this box, I have too much stuff. All right? So, the schedule reminded me of what Dr. Dennis Kimbrough said. Now that I have this schedule, I can measure what I was doing throughout the day to see how much I was getting done, how productive I was. And Dr. Dennis Kimbrough said, what gets measured gets done. Firmly believe that. If you set yourself a goal, then you're much more likely to accomplish that goal because you've set a goal and you've set a deadline. Okay, that's very important. Setting the goal, but also setting a deadline to completion, because then you'll always get up and go, there's one less day to get there. So you have to create urgency. Either get it done early or you're going to speed it up when you get close to it. Either way, what gets measured gets done. All right. And I heard this from Dr. Come on, focus, come on. Why am I out of focus? Hey, come on, man. Damn camera. Give it the camera. Cameraman. I don't have a cameraman, but camera. Focus. Stay focused. All right, so, and it's a new phone too. Oh, see, you're doing it again. All right. Let me stop yelling at you. Camera, be nice. Focus. Okay, this is very important information. All right? Focus. You got my forehead sweating. All right? I'm not sure if somebody else said this before I heard it from Dr. Eric Thomas, E.T., the hip hop preacher. But he said at one particular time, he says, take advantage of the opportunity during the lifetime of the opportunity. Very powerful, because he went on to explain, and this is how I interpret that, is that opportunity might be a second, might be a minute, could be an hour, a week. You don't know how long it's going to last. So you have to create urgency. I'm going to give you an example. Say you're shopping at the grocery store like I was the other day. I was at this place called Sprouts. And this nice looking lady came in, and I was in the mindset thinking about something else. But we caught eye contact, but I didn't say anything to her. Now, I don't have any regrets or anything like that, but I'm more than likely will never see that lady again. So that moment is gone. I can't go get that back. So again, if you see some, just for you guys out there, if you see some male, female, whatever it is, and you feel the urge, take advantage of it. You may never get that opportunity again. You don't know how long the opportunity lasts. So as soon as the opportunity presents itself, jump on it. All right? So that's the conclusion of part 2 of it. Here's my challenge with this. Okay, because we're talking about daily schedule. My challenge to you would be, just take a moment and document just one of your days. Take a day. Matter of fact, it would make sense if you actually did a whole week. But just write down everything you do every day for a week, and then go back and look at it and see what you can do to be a little bit more efficient. Really be very detailed at what you're doing with your time and all this stuff. And you'll find, in most cases, you'll find out where you're wasting a lot of time. And then you'll look at where you could be more efficient and get more stuff done. All right? This is Carlton Hamilton, Plan Your Greatness. And I will say this again. Plan your greatness. Why? Because no one else will. I'll see you next time.